Okay, let's get into this real quick. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Vibe with Potato Vibes. You already know it's your girl, Potato Vibes, and we are here to vibe. On today's episode, we got the one, the only, the top-notch dancer. He be doing everything but giving bitches cancer. You already know.
Back it up, and when you're working, back it up. Back it up, and when you're working, back it up. Back it up, back it up.
You know we fucking live with Potato Vibes. We throwing ass, making cash, cause we outside. You know we wanna vibe with Potato Vibes, cause you know I stay lit in this fucking live. You know we fucking live with Potato Vibes. We throwing ass, making cash, cause we outside. You know you wanna vibe with Potato Vibes, cause I stay lit and you know it's fucking live.
Already know what it is. We got Leo out here. Can I get over? Yes. First of all, thank you for being on the podcast. It is appreciated. You know, I enjoy your energy and your vibe, so this is going to be fun.
Yes.
We're going to start it off simple. You're going to pause. The whole podcast, you get asked 5 questions.
Okay.
2 questions are going to be simple. The last 3 questions are going to be more thought-provoking. So, you know, the answer, how long this going to take is based off how long you take to answer your questions, pretty much. I ain't saying rush, but you get the point.
I'm real simple, so yeah, it's good.
We love to hear that for sure. So yeah, you get asked 5 questions. If at any point in time there's a question that you don't feel comfortable answering, feel free to let me know. I will still give you 5 questions. We just won't ask the question that was asked.
Okay.
I don't want nobody feeling uncomfortable. It's about vibing, having a good time, and just, you know, chilling type shit. So to get it started, you're going to let the people know a little bit about yourself and what your idea of a vibe is.
Okay, shoot. I'm Chiller Leo, a.k.a. Erik, right? You know what I'm saying? Named after Easy E, you dig? Coming straight out of Oakland on talking about, and El Cerrito if you want to be technical. But yeah, shoot, I am an artist representing Chiller Gang, you dig? I'm a 5th of the group, coming out of Richmond and Oakland, you dig? I'm also a dancer on the One Up crew team, you dig? They fires, fuck. Y'all gotta check them out. Not even talking about me. One Up crew, y'all gotta check them out. Real talk. I always gotta give my people flour, you dig?
Your food.
Oh, damn, I'm over here dropping
Your food.
on my snack. Good, too.
We got to take a bite too, no cap. So you know what I mean? Shout out to Chiller Gang. You already know what it is. We got a little party y'all in here. I want to bring y'all all in here, either one by one or all together as well. And I know regardless on if y'all all cook together or not, y'all are a group. So I would like to bring Chiller Gang on here for an episode of Pixie and the Vibe. And we're going to do a cooking competition. Basically, the way it goes down, because I'm not allowed to cook in here, you'll cook whatever dish that you think is your signature dish. So it's what, 5 of y'all?
Yep, it's 5 of us.
Okay, so we can do 3 of y'all or 3 or 2, whichever you want to do. But a certain amount of y'all will be in charge of the drink aspect of it, and the other half will be in charge of the food aspect, because we do drinks and food. So that's going to be the competition. We're going to have someone else here. So if someone's like, I don't cook, like they suck at cooking, or they're like, I don't even drink like that, they can be the judge. They don't have to worry about it. I don't want nobody to be pressured to do something they're not comfortable doing.
Okay.
But basically, we're going to have somebody there that's going to judge and see who has the best dish.
All right.
So be prepared.
Okay, I got you.
I want to do some shit like that. That shit sound hella fun. You know what I mean? So
I know Barbie Chino throw down. So
you got to bring the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Me, I be cooking new shit all the time. So you don't hold nothing I make against me. It be fresh out the thoughts, fresh out the cookbook. You know what I mean? Because I mean, my mom was trying to teach me how to cook, but she didn't really cook too much, but the same shit herself. So it was like the shit that I do know how to cook was shit that I watched her cook, like spaghetti and breakfast. Yep, stuff like that.
Spaghetti is my favorite. So.
Hey, I could throw the fuck down on some spaghetti. That's my my nigga love that shit. So you know what I mean. I do that. I love my signature dish is steak, asparagus, and mashed potatoes with a chimichurri sauce. Yeah, that's that.
That's that. That's real classy. I like that.
You know, with a glass of wine. You know, you got to keep it.
Say that.
Gotta have that nice little Stella Rosa, you know, a little Pinot Grigio type shit in there.
Yeah, that.
And then, my bad, what is your idea of a vibe?
My idea of a vibe, a safe space. A safe space for people to be authentic, be their true selves, be able to shine, have a good time with peace. You know what I'm saying? That's my idea of a vibe, really. A safe space.
For sure. My bad, y'all. I'm busting down ASMR real quick.
That shit sound good, don't it? It's
Needed
real
it.
Moisturized.
Keep the thoughts in your head, Kendra. Don't say it. Definitely.
Pause.
Yeah, man, because I was for the. No, don't even say it. Never mind. I was about to say some outlandish shit. We ain't ready for that just yet. Y'all already know how I get down. So let's start it off with the first question. The first question is going to be simple.
Okay.
I would like to know your top 5 favorite movies.
Ooh, shit. No, you didn't.
I mean, I say it's simple, but it's going to make you think a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going. These are not in order.
Definitely.
But I would say, Tales from the Hood.
Okay.
ATL. Oh, Field of Dreams.
Okay.
What Happened to Tuesday?
Okay.
And dang, it's a hard one.
The last
It is
option.
really a hard one.
He was like, you said this was going to be easy. But
Yeah, for real. Okay, all right. I would fuck it. Scarface.
Okay. It's a nice little top 5. My top 5, I don't know if I ever change it. I don't think I do. My top 5 is Beauty and the Beast, Coraline, Finding Nemo, the entire Saw collection, and the
Okay.
entire Final Destination collection.
Oh, damn.
I love those type of movies.
Final Destination is like
That's my shit.
that's y'all cold. Like the people that wrote that, y'all cold, bro.
Because how you going to let me escape death for death to keep coming to get me?
Because like y'all just, it's too many ways for us to die that you like made us aware.
Realize. It's all like, and then it's like the ways they be dying, though, sometimes it's like, there's no fucking way that would happen in real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you trying to tell me this cup that's sitting 15 feet away from the edge of the table is going to all of a sudden fly across the floor without it being ghosts or anything like that. And then all of a sudden it's going to land on the electrical cord that's right next to me and it's going to electrocute me while I'm in the bathtub listening to the radio. Like, all of a sudden that shit fit to go down.
And they were just basically trying to show you the entity of the Grim Reaper.
Those are my top 5. I like
Okay.
your top 5. It's a nice top 5
Okay.
for sure.
I was really just trying to think fast. There's a couple in there. I'm like, yeah, I would have replaced those for sure.
Do you want to replace a couple?
Yep.
Okay. What would you like to replace?
I would say I'm gonna replace What Happened to Tuesday with the whole Friday collection.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
surprised you didn't say that one. I feel like that'd be your type
For
shit.
sure,
You know what
for
I mean? So I was like, he didn't say
Yeah.
Friday? Wow.
And okay, if I was to replace another one, I replace Field of Dreams, which is really so fire, but
He said, crazy that I'm changing this, but.
How High.
Okay, that's a good one, too. For
And
sure,
Half
for sure.
Baked too. See, yeah.
He said, see, it's too many.
Yeah, then you got High School too. Have you ever heard of High School?
With Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa, right?
No,
No?
it's just called High School. It's a stoner movie.
Okay.
It's just called High School. You got these two kids who basically they grew up and then they re-meet each other in high school. And this kid has never smoked weed before, and the dude who reintroduces himself, he's a
smokes,
stoner now.
okay.
So he's like, bro, you gotta try this shit.
Put
He's
you
like,
on
bro,
this
I don't smoke. He was like, bro, just try it. I know this guy and he's got this keef, and we can go and get this keef and we get super baked. He got him high as fuck.
They got super baked for sure.
Yeah, and they stole from like this, like he's like, I guess was like this well-known drug dealer out there, and it's just a whole thing of them getting chased around the high school, having weed, and then they got the whole school high off of brownies.
Gotta love that.
Yeah, it's
Because you
fire.
can easily do that with some brownies. All you gotta do is make them. And not tell nobody what kind of brownies they is.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, don't do that. I ain't recommending nobody do that, but it's very easy to finesse the game, get everybody high.
Some mushrooms in.
Bring them motherfuckers to work. You know what I mean? That way, if anybody try to say, "Oh, she smokes weed," everybody get drug tested today.
Bring some mushroom juice.
Hey, you know what I mean? You could do that shit too. Options. All right. Question number 2.
Okay.
Top 3 musical artists.
Aha. Okay, that one's easy.
Oh, see, look at that. Perfect. Go ahead.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, I knew that was gonna be number 1 for
Yep.
surely.
T.I. and Wiz Khalifa.
Okay. T.I.?
Yep.
What? Why T.I.? I ain't saying nothing wrong with T.I. at all. I'm just, I don't know too many T.I. songs, so that might be why.
I would say he was the first. It was actually my mom's fault. My mom bought me a CD. Like my first ever hip hop CD was a T.I. album.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a rap after that.
That was my nigga.
He
You know, he
cold. He cold. And I had my auntie. She kept slapping this song, ASAP, and I was like, "Oh,
he
what's
like
this?"
that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
T.I.'s dope.
for sure. I fuck with it. I don't really listen to T.I. too much, but I got a couple of, like, old school T.I.s and stuff like that.
I would say I like T.I. just because he was like one of the rappers that was like, he was street, but he could also make music about women too, in a good way, in a positive way. So yeah, that's why I liked him.
Okay, I fuck with it. Now, we're gonna transfer into some harder questions, or I'd say more thought-provoking questions, not harder per se. I'm gonna ask you 2 of them, and then after that, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to feel free to ask me anything if you want to.
Okay.
First question I'm going to ask you is, what is your take on love? I know you didn't experience something.
My take on love. Well, I would say for me, it all starts with self-love.
Indeed.
I've been learning that a lot lately. Just really actually taking the time to really just focus on myself and not like talk to nobody. Just really been locked into myself. I'm realizing that I wasn't giving myself the attention that I've been like asking for from other people. So when you really start doing the work, it's all about like self-love, healing your inner child.
Indeed.
For sure. Like your inner child is probably one of the most important things when it comes to healing, love, and just shadow work. So yeah, when it comes to love, for me, it's all about self-love. And then you could also pour that love into everything else outside of yourself.
Most definitely. I agree with that. I feel like you got to love yourself before you can love someone else. Can't be a half-empty glass, you know what I mean? You got to be a full glass so that way you can pour into each other.
Exactly.
You dig?
Yep.
Just to go off of that question, do you... Actually, no. We're going to make it the second question. Fuck it. Because it's going to still be about love, but it's more pertaining towards yourself. Do you feel like you love yourself? Because I hear you saying you've been focusing on, you was asking other people for things that you wasn't doing for yourself.
Okay, I can say yes, I do love myself, but I need to love myself more.
Okay.
Definitely.
I'm not going to say I disagree, but I don't know how you love yourself for real. So I can't be like, I agree, definitely. You do need to love yourself more. You don't do this, and this. You know what I mean? So I can't pertain to that, but I agree. I can say that much. I don't say I disagree because everyone should love themselves for sure.
I would say it's just because I know I need to, like, one, I need to eat better.
Definitely.
I need to treat my body better.
Okay.
I feel like those are the 2 things that are, like, probably make me feel a lot better when it comes to loving myself. Like, nigga, if you love yourself, you wouldn't be eating this bullshit. If you love yourself, you would be actually working out, like shit like that. So, yeah.
Okay. We're going to let that just be the follow-up because I do have better questions. So, the fourth? Yes, the fourth. Yeah. I'm over here bringing you back in time for a second. The fourth question I would like to ask is, talking about back in time, but if you can make a phone call to heaven and call someone that is gone, regardless if it's someone you personally know, somebody that you don't know, famous, not famous, back in the day, nowadays, you know what I mean, it just recently gone, who would you call and why?
I got 2 people.
Let me know.
No, 3.
Talk to me.
It would be, first person would be my great-grandmother.
Okay.
As she is someone who has been, like, showing me a lot of stuff, like, spiritually. And she's been guiding me since she passed away. And I feel like I'm closer to her now than I was when she was alive. Like, it's crazy. It's like, oh, snap. Grandma, you was doing this. Oh, Grandma, you was interested in this. oh, you want me to do this because this is what you're interested in? It's like I'm kind of like working for my grandmother now.
Most definitely.
In a way. So it's just like, oh, she's making me like heal myself, go after my dreams while also healing my family by going after my dreams too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and just showing them that it's possible.
Okay.
And then I would call Michael Jackson.
He.
You know what I'm saying? Just to ask him just how did he continue to go on even though he went through so many traumatic things in the industry and as a child.
Mm-hmm.
And how did he not let those things block him from shining his light?
Okay. Good question.
Yeah.
My dumb ass would ask him if he remembered the time, but it's okay. Just to be fucking stupid, I'd be like, hey, I just wanted to know if you remember the time. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, all right, serious question now. Like, I feel like you've been gone for a long time. You might need a little joke, you know?
And I also want to know who his accountant was because, man, he was such a great humanitarian. Like, that's probably like the number one thing that I take from him out of everything that he did was like how much he gave back.
Most definitely.
Like, yeah, who was your accountant, bro? Because
my boy knew what he was doing over there.
Goddamn, yeah.
Hook me up with his son or something. I don't know if he alive still, but shit, something. Mm-hmm. And who was the other person that you would call?
Last person would be Prince White, which was a mentor of mine with a nonprofit that I was working with, well, still kind of working with, Urban Peace Movement. He made a lot of changes in the community, changed a lot of policies, showed a lot of young men their power and the things that they could actually like do.
For sure.
They actually come together and actually step up for something. Mm-hmm. And also showed us that we can be leaders in our community. So, yeah, I would definitely call him, thank him for everything that he's done. I feel like I'm hearing a crying baby.
Bruh, my face... I thought I was tripping because I heard a crying baby too.
Okay, see? All right. So
and I'm like,
we got the same ears.
That was scary. I hope there's a crying baby
Probably
in here
a
because if
baby.
not,
I feel like it might be downstairs because I'm feeling vibrations downstairs.
it better be something because if not, I don't know how we both hearing babies at the same time. That's kind of scary.
And don't get it started because we're going to start talking about psychic abilities and
Man,
telepathy and
all that extra stuff. We'll turn into a 45-year-long podcast talk about that
Facts.
shit. Like, because that was crazy. I had to, before you even said something, I heard it. I looked to the side like, did he hear that?
I
Or
surely did.
okay.
I knew you was going to ask, too. That's why I had to mention it. I had to acknowledge you real quick.
Yeah, 'cause I should be
I heard
like,
that.
you know, not to be weird, but did anybody else hear this baby crying in the background, or is it just me? I'm gonna have to listen to the recording and see if I can hear it back later for sure. Because
Yep.
what the fuck? I'm sorry, Prince White.
Yeah, no, really kind of, I did finish.
I'm like, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, I was all like, I didn't want
just,
to. That threw me off for sure.
Yeah.
So I was like,
okay, I was just going to say, I would just call him and thank him for everything that he's done. And also ask him just what should I continue to do that'll make him proud.
for sure. That is a great lineup of people that we would give a call to. My ass don't take shit seriously to be calling niggas asking if they remember in the time and shit. You know, that was just... That, and then I would want to know if he said, I'm going to say it one more time, I'm not going to stop, or Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. I want to know.
It was Mama say, Mama say.
It really was, but everybody talk about, I'm going to say it one more time, I'm not going to stop. I'm like,
And he made that shit up too.
yeah,
Yeah. Like made it up on the spot.
I believe it. I'm like, I believe it. Michael Jackson be coming up with it. He
thought
can come
was-
up with anything.
Yeah, they thought it was like Swahili. So he was like, no, it's.
Nigga, Mama say, Mama sa, Mama
He was
kusa.
like,
Mama
no.
say, Mama sa, Mama kusa.
He was like, what is this meaning?
Nigga, what?
I don't know. Just say it.
Just say that shit over and over again, because I'm going to say it over and over again. Please and thank you. That brings us to the section where you are free to ask me anything if you would like to ask me anything.
Oh.
I am an open book, so ask me whatever. You can ask me more than one question as well. Feel free.
What should we do as men to make black women feel more safe?
That's a real question right there. Come on now, let me know. I didn't think he was gonna ask some shit like that. What would I say? I would say if we use, I'm just gonna use my experiences that I've had with past people and current and things and such. I would say out of everybody I've entertained, there's only been maybe like 3 men that I've entertained that made me feel like safe, like made me feel like my inner child wouldn't be hurt. You know what I mean? Compared to other people where it was like I could just tell shit wasn't really sweet. They was being on some weird stuff. I would say those people allow me to just be me wholeheartedly. Like they're not judging me or nothing. Like I could literally do the goofiest shit in the universe and they're like, I'm fucking with it, you know, like it's no problems or something like that. They also they never depicted me as being a hard-bodied individual. Like a lot of dudes that I fuck with, they see me, but it's like more so like, bro, you a bitch. Like no shade, no tea. But it's all like you acting like a bitch and you mad at me because I'm independent. I'm not being hard-bodied. You just acting like a bitch. You know what I mean? And it's not like I'm trying to say you were a bitch per se, because even bitches do better than you niggas most of the days. But it's just more so like, I shouldn't be going to work every day and you not. You know what I mean? Like the fuck type shit is this. I shouldn't be the one in here making all the money and you not making shit. I shouldn't be the one paying for everything and you over here looking like a bum or struggling trying to make money. But then every time you turn around, niggas got weed on deck. So it's all like the math just ain't mathing. You spending your money on stupid shit. You're not trying to elevate, things like that. That shit's just unattractive. And it don't make nobody feel safe, make people feel confused, lost, don't know what you want to do and what you don't want to do. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's a good point.
That, and you need to be very sure of yourself and what you want, 100%. And it's like, to me personally, it's like, if you know for a fact, like say if you entertaining somebody, y'all fuck with each other for a couple of weeks. Because to me personally, I ain't saying you got to be in love, but it don't take no fucking amount of time to know if you fuck with somebody or not. You know what I mean? Like to know if this is going to be worth your time or you wasting your time. And if you know you are wasting your time, please don't waste mine. You know what I mean? Like let's just let this shit be what it is. Or unless we both then came to an agreement where we're just fucking with each other and it is what it is. If it fizzles out, it fizzles out. If not, it not. So I'd say honesty as well makes people feel safe, regardless on if you think we can handle it or not. It's better to be honest. Me personally, I'm always very honest about what I say, how I feel. I don't care what it is. It may hurt your feelings, but it's like, well, at least I was honest. I have friends who I know for a fact they're like sensitive, you know what I mean? But it's like, that's not about to stop me from telling you how I feel. So it's like, I have friends that'll be like, this boy or this girl broke my heart and da-da-da-da-da. And then it's like, okay, you know, what happened? You know, tell me about it. And then they'll send me a picture of the person and I'm like, we're going to start off with that. I know you ain't crying over this ugly ass motherfucker. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful because everybody beautiful in the eye of the beholder. But baby, let me tell you, if I'm the beholder and you showing me a picture of this motherfucker and they hurt uglier than you, like, be for real. You mad over a nigga that don't look better than you? Get up out of here with that shit. Stop crying in my face, bro. That nigga ugly. And I'm going to keep saying it. I'm talking to your face every day. You crying over an ugly nigga? You crying over an ugly bitch? Ugh.
Yeah.
Look at you in the mirror and tell me why we crying. Upgrade your life. There's better looking people out here. Now, if you want to cry over, you know, a Chris Brown or, you know, a Cardi B or a Sofia Vergara, you know what I mean? Or hell, even if you want to cry over a Viola Davis, because regardless on if you think she look good, that's a boss. That's a boss. Facts. I get that. You know what I mean? I get dropping tears for shit that makes sense. Yeah. But crying over a Ice JJ Fish or a Uncle Ruckus or a ugly looking ass bitch, you gonna have me like,
yeah. Right.
That, and then I feel like men should feel comfortable with opening up about how they feel. Yes. I know that they may not feel like it's a safe space because a lot of black women and other women in general are very like key about it. Me personally, you can cry in front of me to a certain extent. Like, and I've said that multiple times because it's not like I'm going to, you're a bitch. Like, that's not it. Now, depending on what you're crying about, might determine if I say that. So it's like if you come up to me and you really crying over something that makes sense in the sense of like, you know, you going through a lot, life's kind of hard, you know, you struggling, even if you got depression or something, so you having a bad day, that makes sense. I would agree with you crying for that. I would cry for that, you know. Yep. Somebody didn't die. That makes sense. I would cry for that. Yep. Now, if you in here and you didn't play it in my motherfucking face and lied 15 times and you start crying, how you crying and you the liar? I'm not understanding what we crying for. The crying don't make sense. Or if you crying at me because I'm telling you something don't fit right and I'm just like, I don't know. Like I had a dude cry in my face because I kept telling him I was okay and he didn't believe it. He felt like I had an attitude. And I was like, I'm telling you, I'm fine. Like just let it be what it is. He's like, if you don't tell me what it is, we're going to have a problem. I was like, then he started crying. And like me, I was like, are you crying? And then it didn't make it no better that I have no filter. So it went from just straight up, are you crying? To are you crying? Like a bitch? Are you serious? I was like, if I want to date a bitch, I dated a female. Nigga, you in here crying over what? What are you crying for? Because you won't tell me how you feel. Be so for real. Get the, like, Nigga, get your lame ass out my room, bro. Can you leave, please, before I slap the shit out of you? Because you in here crying.
See, you can't take her nowhere.
You know. I'm all like, it just be like, if it makes sense, cry. If it don't make sense, I'm looking at you kind of like, same reason why when females cry, like, yeah, we emotional, but it's like, you know damn well if a female cry or some shit that you like, all right, bitch, you know, you might be looking at her like,
yeah.
You know, and that's about all you got. You know what I mean? Compared to being, obviously you're a dude, so you're not going to be like, stop crying like a bitch, but you know.
I for sure ain't.
I would, you know. Bitch, you crying? Because I said, it's my, you crying, nigga? The fuck? Ugh. But I'm a female, so I can do shit like that. Even though y'all tell y'all friends, stop crying like a bitch. Pause. That's my question for you after that. That's going to be my last question. Don't even answer that.
Okay.
Continue on. So that's how I feel like that's a way to be a safe space for women. Let us be us ourselves. Don't be on no weird shit. Just be truthful, be honest, you know what I mean? Because honestly, 99.9% of the time, you being yourself is actually the best way for you to be anyways. Because the person I'm entertaining is himself in front of me every single day, and I love every piece of that shit, you know what I mean? So it's all like, that's all I want is for you to be you, because it shows me how you is as a person, and it shows me whether or not if in the long run this going to work out.
Okay. Gotcha.
Do you have any other questions? If so, hold on.
Do I have any more? How can we coexist more as how can we coexist more as a unity?
Like humans in general, or my bad.
When it comes to just black men and women, because I feel like they're trying to separate us.
I feel like black people have been taught for centuries, if not ages, to be not together as one. And I feel like when black people as a community are left alone, we become one. And it's when outsiders come in and start doing shit, or they tear us down. And it's like every time you get tore down, it's a L. You know what I mean? It's a hard thing. You're going to take that shit hard. Yeah. You're not going to be able to come back from it as fast. Like, fucking how we had our own city, our own town, and they put that shit underwater. You know what I mean? And it's all like, it took a hell of a long time for motherfuckers. It's like they told us, like, bro, you're not that nigga. Get your ass back down there. You know, and they've been telling us that our whole life. So it's like, I feel like men, not all men, I don't want everybody taking this shit to heart now, but I feel like men as a whole are so infatuated with the white life, you know, with the life that white men have. They want to be like white men because at the end of the day, we are superior, black people, with all due respect. You know what I mean? Not like that, but we are. And it's like, I feel like they look at what white men can do and what white men do, and they're like, we want to be like them, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. Not per se white, but...
What would you qualify as white?
I would say more so like, for example, we know for a fact, a lot of people, if you smart, you know for a fact you can do things in your life no matter what, if you put your mind to it, no matter what nobody say, what nobody do, how they tear you down. If you really put your heart and soul into that shit, you gonna do it.
Facts.
Let a white nigga do some shit in front of you, not like you personally, but like let you go up there, think you doing something, and then you go to an interview and a white nigga get that shit over you, that's gonna hurt your feelings, because it's like, damn, well, what happened? So then you sit there and you be like, okay, let me try again. You go do it again. Another nigga come in, let's say it's another white dude. He come in and they looking at him because, one, he white. Yeah. Two, they gonna look at his paperwork first because he's white, with all due respect. It's like the Caucasianness comes in clutch for them at all times. It doesn't have nothing to do with whether or not you have the stature of doing the job or if you can do the job, unless you fit to put on this damn paper. Like, for example, let's use your name.
I get what you, I'm starting to get what you're saying now.
I'm all like for example, if you put on this paper, Erik Wright, you know, fuck the right part, Erik, you know what I mean? They're going to be like, there's a chance Erik could be white, you know what I mean? There's a good chance until they look at that K, and then they're going to be like, I don't know, because why is there a K and not a C? It makes you think, you know what I mean? It makes you think a little harder compared to if it was, you know, you go in there, hi, my name's Erik. It's so nice to meet you guys. You know what I mean? I can't wait for this interview, phone interview type style. If I come in here and I'm on the phone like this, you're going to assume I'm, you know, a very put together person. You know what I mean? Compared to me like, hey, what's up, y'all? You know, my name Leo. I'm out here doing that. Leo, is that your real name, sir? Is that your surname? That's going to be the first questions. What you mean by that? Compared to, hi, my name's Todd. I'm out here, doing my thing, just ready to get this job. They're not questioning that because Todd sounds great.
I ain't gonna cap. I mess their head up when I tell them what Leo stands for, and they like, okay, yeah, we want you.
Exactly, but again, you have to get to the point where you can tell someone that.
True. Okay.
And it's like there's so many advantages they have that we don't have unless, you're put in the predicaments where you have those advantages. For example, if, like your name, Erik, and that's not white, but it's very, common. You know what I mean? So it's like people can go around and be like, oh, Erik, it could be anybody that can come in here. You know what I mean? You could be white, Asian, Mexican, white, black. You could be anything. Compared to if you was like, your name was Jamal. Niggas is knowing you're black. You know what I mean? You might even be Asian because, them Asian people be acting like they can just name them kids whatever. But it's all like, it's just... they gonna look at you differently. Like, I know when I get interviews, my name is Kendra. It's very not white, respectfully so. So it's like, they look at me. They don't even look at me yet. I get on the phone. I don't put no pictures. I get on the phone. Hi, it's so nice to meet you. Oh, yes, it's so great. I'm Kendra. Yes, yes. Soon as you meet me in person, though, hey, bro, what's up? How you doing? You already know what it is. Like, you're really going to get who I am because I'm going to act like this at this job. You're not about to get... no sugar-coated me. I'm fit to walk in there like, yeah, these motherfucking kids or some shit like that. Like, I got to let you know how I talk. So that way, when I get in this job, you're not questioning me, bro.
So we have to stop wanting to be accepted by white folks.
Exactly. You need to accept yourself as who you is. Love yourself as a black person in general. And I feel like we do, again, when it's just us.
Really?
Like, think about it like this.
Well, okay.
They're not like us.
The men I'm around.
It's different. It depends on the person. You know what I mean? Because not everybody is in that mindset. A lot of people know, like, we in here together. Black power, unity. We always, rock it. But it's some people that literally are not it. They don't feel it in their brain. They don't feel it in their mind. They don't have that type of community to uplift them and things like that. Like, you got to have people that's around you in your circle that really fuck with you and know you that person.
Like, I mean, I get the whole wanting to have money, but when you look at wanting to be accepted by something that has no culture or impact or inspiration,
this shit be crazy.
It's like, yeah.
Why?
It don't make no sense.
It don't. It's a question
yeah.
that I do have for you.
Don't talk about.
Real quick, what do you feel like black women can do to make black men feel more safe? Like, what do you feel like we can do? Because I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, black women do be talking a lot of shit about black men and stuff like that. They do be running their fucking mouth, so we ain't gonna pretend like they don't. But I also feel like it's a vice versa situation. Like, I feel like whenever I hear a black man be like, oh, fuck with black women, it's because it's a black woman that hurt his motherfucking feelings when he was a little ass kid, and that nigga never got over that shit. Vice versa. If a black bitch is over here talking about some fuck these niggas, it's because niggas didn't hurt her motherfucking feelings over and over again, and she hated that shit. That's the real reason. Real talk. Because at the end of the day, bruh, you grow up around black people your whole life. You do not hate fucking niggas. Let's be fucking for real. Unless you grow up with some ignorant niggas all day. Other than that, bruh, we love y'all. Y'all love us. Y'all just get bad experiences and vice versa. And then take that shit and run with it for the rest of your life unless you get over that shit and find somebody that's really like the person you was looking for. So, that's the question. Sorry. I had a lot of context in that motherfucker.
You good.
And you have 10 minutes exactly.
Okay, first off, I would say, yeah, and I would say this actually applies to men and women.
Okay.
But first off, recognizing that men are human.
Indeed.
And that we also have feelings too. But we also need our queens to help us or guide us through those emotions, as you guys are already tapped into those emotions. Mm-hmm. So if you know what it's like going through things, and you know that it can take away from your capacity to have your attention, or take away from your capacity to really do anything, then you should also know that can also apply to your man as well.
Most definitely.
So if he's not able to pay attention to you, or he doesn't want to speak at the moment or something like that, recognize it actually has nothing to do with you per se. It's just he may be actually going through some things the same way that you guys go through things. So I would just say, just recognize that Really, we just like y'all. We just more of our egos.
Definitely that part, because the ego will kill the fuck out of some shit in a heartbeat with that.
Facts.
My question is for you when you say, y'all have emotions like us and you might be going through things. If you don't tell us, how would we know that? We supposed to just go off of the vibe?
Look, this
The
is
vibe.
one thing I can see. In real talk, this is one thing I can say. It makes women kind of tap into y'all feminine energy because it makes y'all tap into y'all intuition a little bit. Like y'all are
Nigga, y'all know,
psychic
bro.
as
Stop
fuck.
playing.
Man. Man, look, we not about to play about y'all. Y'all are psychic. Y'all can tell when a nigga cheat. Y'all can tell when a nigga hurting. Y'all can tell all of these things. I get that y'all want us to speak up. I definitely get that. But at the same time, we need a little bit of that nurturing tug.
We had some technical difficulties with the camera, so we didn't really get to finish the last bit of the episode, but that's okay. Thank you, Leo, for coming out and being on my podcast. I truly appreciate it. You already know we're going to have to run that shit back so we can do it the right way. And I ain't talking last names out here, you know what I mean? But again, thank you so much. Make sure you tap in with my boy on Instagram. I'm going to put that picture up there in the video as well. And until next time, make sure y'all wash your hands and stay 6 feet apart. Peace out, Cub Scouts.